When I did the Landmark Forum, I did it back in 1995, and it's touched every area of my life, bar none. And one of the things that I really enjoyed, that I use the technology every day, it doesn't matter whether I'm trying to create something at work or something with my family, or if I'm dealing with something with myself, it makes a difference in everything. And one of the biggest examples I can say is that with my father. And my dad and I had a great relationship. It's a really great relationship. And at the same time, my folks split up when I was 4. And although we see each other on weekends and we have this wonderful time together, we weren't living together. That was okay. And then when he got remarried, we kind of drifted apart, and I ended up moving to California with my mom. So we spent a lot of years apart. When I did the Landmark Forum, one of the things that I really realized was that there's something possible in my relationship with my dad that's not possible now. And what was in the way is his wife and I, we really didn't get along very well. One of the things that I realized was all of the anger and all of the pain and all of the things that were in the way of my relationship with my dad really had to do with I was upset with her. And when I got peace with that, all of a sudden, this whole new relationship opened up with my dad that was never bad before. But all of a sudden, we had these wonderful, rich conversations again. We had these wonderful times together that we would share and talk on the phone. We would talk about everything, and then he got divorced, he started dating, and we're talking about dating and relationships and all these amazing things that are happening. And one day he picked up the phone, he was really quiet, and my grandparents had passed away. And he said to me, Jimmy, Grandma and Papa are gone, and I don't know what to do anymore. I don't know why I'm here. So I invited him to move out to California. And we had spent the last, almost 15, 16, 17 years living on opposite coasts. And he thought about it, and we talked about it, and I sent him postcards, come to move to sunny California, and called him up and left a message, come move to sunny California. And then one day he did. And it was really amazing. He said, Jimmy, at this point, most kids are trying to get away from their parents, and you're here inviting me to come and live with you, or live near you. And it was very strange, because my dad never really, he picked up the phone and he called me up before he came. And he said, there's a lot of people that think I'm crazy for doing what I'm about to do in my life. But I want you to know that you've given me a whole new reason to live. And I love you. And then he picked up the phone, and then he showed up in California. And he passed away 2 years later. And during the course of those 2 years, we lived about a mile apart. And I used to see him twice a year. At this point, we saw him twice a day. He just stopped in the office. Hi, Jimmy, I'm here, right? It's Dad. It's weird. Here he is. But all of a sudden, we had all this life that we caught up on. And we shared about everything, and this really amazing thing happened. We were complete. He knew exactly how much I loved him. I knew exactly how much he loved me. And there was nothing ever left unsaid. And there's not a day that goes by that I don't miss him. But at the same time, I'm at peace. And I can honestly say that had he not come out to California, I don't know that I would have that peace. And it's one of those things you tend not to think about. But when I really look, that he came out and we lived next to each other created a whole new relationship that we didn't have. And that never would have happened had I not done the Landmark Forum.